And I just said, do you know where that chocolate's coming from? And you went, what do you mean? What is that? I said, what do you mean?
I said, do I want to know?
No, and I don't want to be too. So I'm not the authority on this, but I had listened to Mr Beast, biggest YouTuber in the world. I mean, he started the business Feastables, and he's got these chocolate that is his brand. And the reason he did it is because, as he says it, whether it's true or not, is that he had a look at the supply chain of chocolate around the world, and was less than enthused with it. And a person of his means, he said, well, there must be a way to fix this. Let's go and start our own brand. And when they started, they were getting their their cocoa from Peru. And my best understanding via him and via some other things that I've read is that Peru's pretty on the up and up. Like, Peru is an industry that's not exploitative, if you like. I don't know for a fact, I'm not there. But once you get to a certain size, then you have to go to, my best understanding, West Africa. And that is when things get a little bit more grey. And if you think about how farming works in that part of the world, the whole world, I mean, I was looking last year, there's weather events that have caused the cocoa to be in shortage at the moment. And that West Africa, I think, is with the main sort of corridor. And he was saying that, I don't want to quote what he said as far as the depth of the depravity, because I'm not sure I don't know that it's accurate. I haven't tested it, but it was more than 1 million kids working in, maybe not slavery, but close enough. And so I asked you the question, do you know where your chocolate comes from?
Well, I did go and look, and it is from Peru, but I haven't looked beyond that. And I think then we were having a conversation about how easy it is not to think about these things. But I do want to say that Feastables,
yes.
I've seen that. Isn't it full of crap?
I don't think so. I don't
like
think
high protein.
Well, no, I don't know. I've never had it. I've never looked at it. And
I'll reserve judgment.
And to be honest, like, I don't know anything about him as whether he's a, I'm not speaking for him. I was just listening to some of what he was saying.
Yes.
And a person of that level, if he's out there making up stories, he'd be very quickly community noted.
Wasn't there a conversation that he had with someone in the industry?
He said he was talking to someone, maybe, recall is not my strongest skill.
Me either.
So he was saying something like he had met with industry executives from chocolate companies when he was thinking about starting it, and he maybe raised some of the humanitarian issues, and this is again, second, third hand, he said that, well, there's nothing we can do about that sort of thing. They sort of throw their hands in the air and say that's just how it is.